Time for bed, lady. Time for bed. Forgot to open up the phone line. Dina, look up under this to be one of those small waters. Well. It's another night and another show. I want to say great Ujima to y'all. This is Brother Hatim coming at you live.
Sasha in the house.
Miss Sasha in the house, but Sasha need to be getting ready for bed. Now that's a hint. That's a hint.
I'm singing this song, so don't get just.
Well, family, I want to say welcome. I want to let you know you're now listening to Gye-Nyame
Journey. It's a homeless introduction.
Of course you know this is a 100% production, and this is Travel Quotes.
What wish job to blow up your old paradise? So let me let you know something. The storm actually activates you.
Whatever that means. We got one view on YouTube. We got one view on Facebook. We got Instagram going. We got our Spreaker station blasting out all over the world. And as our family grows and our strength grows, hey, that's how it goes, right? So now, 2 days ago we did Folk Tales for Grown Folks. Had a powerful story. And I'm riding home today, and of course, listening to NPR, because like I said, a lot of the music stations I can't really put on. Sasha, it's time for you to go to bed.
Okay. Bye.
Good night. And And I'm riding and I'm listening to this discussion on NPR about the war in Afghanistan. That hell, I forgot. I thought that shit was over. But Afghanistan has turned into the longest war that America has been in. And the guy that was on there speaking stated that he believed that we was losing the war because our narrative is losing. Now, family, I know sometimes y'all think that I'm just a crazy old dude. Oh man, NPR, yeah, man. NPR is one of my favorite stations, man. I love to stay informed. And then on top of that, when I have my kids in the car, I don't want to be having some of that music. You know what I'm saying? So so yeah, at times it is my favorite channel. I mean, actually, it is my favorite channel. Now, there's a story how I ran into NPR too. Well, anyway, he was saying that we was losing the war in Afghanistan. We lost the war in Afghanistan. He said because our narrative sucks. He says America's narrative of why we are in Afghanistan is not even good. So he said he was speaking to the people that was in charge of psychological warfare and all that, all these important people from the military that were engaged or involved in the war in Afghanistan. And he was talking to them. And he said within an hour in his speech, he stopped, said, let me ask you a question. He said, what are the three major points of our narrative in Afghanistan? And he said the whole room went blank. And that's when he knew that we were losing. So family, the narrative is a very important thing. The story that you tell is a very important thing, and how your story come across is a very important thing. And we got to remember that in all battles. You know what I'm saying? It's the story that matters. So now, on to tribal quotes. Because we're on tribal quotes today. We're going to break down these quotes. We're going to keep the show nice and concise and make sure you get what you need. All right. So we are on day 14. See, and that's a whole nother piece that I don't think they really took into account. You know what I'm saying? They went in with an attitude of this is America. Brother Anubis says either Afghanistan has been nothing um, but a blight on so many other empires, no matter the narrative. Afghanistan, as he said, has been a problem for a lot of people trying to go through there. A lot of people trying to, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, empire after empire that they try to go into Afghanistan, it always ends up messed up. And America just believed that they could drop a couple of bombs on there, I believe, and be done with it. You know, just they're just they don't even live in cities out there. You know, we could just go and just round them up, and we're the mighty force. And we went in there without a good story. So because what's the importance of the story? To win the people over. You know what I'm saying? No matter who you fighting, you got to win the people over unless you planning to totally destroy them. You got to win the people over. And the Taliban's story is a lot more compelling to the people in Afghanistan than the story of the United States. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and it helps if your story line up. If we're going to war with you about a terrorist attack, at least make sure that the people believe that they had something to do with the damn terrorist attack that you're going to war with them about. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there was absolutely no connection between Afghanistan and New York, the Twin Towers. Absolutely. I mean, no connection whatsoever. They assumed that the modern tech will finally break those people, unlike the Soviets. See, first off, they should have learned something from the Soviets. And also, they should have learned something from Vietnam because it's not just the technology that wins wars. We have to understand this, family. So, you know, as we start bringing up our young people and we start talking to them about some of the conflicts. Good night, Miss Jenna G. about some of the conflicts that will be coming to them. Technology is not always going to be the cornerstone of what makes it possible for you to come out victorious. You know what I'm saying? You have to motivate the people. And what motivates the people better than a good story, better than a compelling story? You know what I'm saying? We went into Afghanistan without a story. We went into Afghanistan depending on our bombs and our technology. And now, the ass is being handed to us. $850 billion of my tax money. I'm saying my tax money. See, family, this is the importance of the politics, right? Because now, because like we got the cultural stabilizer. I see Sister Jill is in the house. Shouts out. You know what I'm saying? We have the cultural stabilizer, this Kwanzaa piece, as far as the black community. Now, in Columbus, we need to start bringing up our young people and getting them ready for political office. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to conquer the politics. We have to conquer the politics. And we train our young people to deal with politics by training them through story. And what do I mean? Because there's certain stories that cause people to have to debate. Isn't that what happens in politics? Kids learn how to debate. You train them in story by teaching them how to set up stories and how to recognize stories and how to bring people up with stories and bring people down with stories and bring people up with stories. You know what I'm saying? This is how we can start training our young people. We got to get them ready for politics. Because politics, you know what I'm saying? Because we could do all the business in the world, but if we don't have the politics to control that business, right? Like I said before, Godfather Part 3, hated the movie. But the one quote that I'll never forget is that economics is a gun. Politics is knowing when to pull the trigger. We ain't pulling the trigger in our community. You know what I'm saying? Because we got tax dollars going out. You know what I'm saying? And we need to work it. Brother Nuba says precisely, but one of the core premises about the U.S. Armed Forces from many military school has always been that they rely mainly on tech, and that got us fucked up in Vietnam. It got us stuck got us stuck over there in Afghanistan, and the best technology for war is the mind. Period. Period. So let's get into these. Let's get into these quotes of the day. I read them a little bit earlier. I want to make sure everybody know. Be sure to join us for the daily toast. You know, I got a toasting squad now, family. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this as an example, right? Because a lot of times we start stuff and we get frustrated and we stop. And I'm trying to show people if you do it and you do it because you like to do it, you do it because you was born to do it, you do it, right? Because you have to always pass the test. And the test sometimes mean that you're going to be by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Doing and pursuing what you love sometimes means that you are going to have to be by yourself, that you're going to fall out with people, right? Battle of the minds. That's what I'm talking about. Battle of the minds. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I had a good story to keep me going. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because like I said, I need people to understand what y'all seeing right now was me doing these shows. This shit is like 8 to 10 years in the making. I can't remember how long I've been podcasting. And soon as I've been able to video, I've been doing video. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm just now able to stream all this stuff at one time because the technology caught up. But when I started, all I had was a cell phone. And the piece that I'm trying to get people to understand is you have to pursue what it is you were born to do. You have to. You know what I'm saying? Ways will be made open for you. Doors will be knocked down for you. But you have to stand the test. Because the universe always wants to test you. The creator always wants to test and see if you really are worthy of what you're asking for. I said, all right, cool. I tried this show. I tried that show. If you go to my Spreaker page, you see I got about 7 shows. Some of them I have made shows on for about 3 years. Some started popping a little bit, but I said, nah, I didn't want to do it like that every day. Then the Daily Toast hit. I said, wow, wow. And what was crazy is it hit me last year about Kwanzaa time because I'm like, dang, I'm not going to do the 7 days of the week no more. I'm doing the Nguza Saba for each day of the week. And then I looked into the Kwanzaa book, and there was a list of ancestors. I said, well, damn, hey, I'm going to toast my ancestors every day. And because these people posted up their ancestors, I'm going to do it. Purse what you were born. Pursue. Somebody put purse, but thank you. All right. Let's get into it. All right. Here we go. Day 14. Coming out of the Gye-Nyame Journey Workbook. Tribal Quotes. Compiled by Brother Hatem. Because I did not make up all these quotes and proverbs, family. I just felt they were pertinent and they came to me when I needed them. And I figured that if I compile them, somebody else can use them, right? So here we go. Knowledge becomes evil if the aim be not virtuous. Knowledge becomes evil if the aim be not virtuous. That's Plato. Wow. History is a pact between the dead, the living, and the yet unborn. Edmund Burke. Last, if you attach yourself too closely to a human being, he treats you cheaply. That's a Ghanaian proverb, family. All right, so pursue what you was born to do. You have to stand the test tried by the divine. You're going to be tried by the divine. It's going to shake you up. See if you really, 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 really need it. If you really, really want it. All right. So those are the 3 proverbs. Somebody out there, type in a number between 1 and 3. And that'll be the proverb we start with. Man, this ambrosia is making me feel better. I'm waiting. Number between 1 and 3. Anybody? Come on. Oh, by the way, let me type in the call-in number. Feel free to call in. I need to minimize this. The call-in number is, where we at? I gotta get on it now. So, all right. I'm waiting for a number between 1 and 3. Well, since there's 2 people on the line, I will take that. Uh-oh, there we go. Number 3, Anubis. Always coming through for me, bro. I appreciate that. Let me go and type in this number so people can call in. The number for those that might want to call in is 614-556-4535. That is the line. Feel free to call in. That is the line. Let's see, 614-556-4535. Call in number. Wow. There you go. All right. Let me go and post that up, pin that up. So anybody want to call in, that is the call-in number. Call-in line. All right, here we go. Number 2. No, number 3. Anubis put number 3. If you attach yourself too closely to a human being, he treats you cheaply. Or she treats you cheaply. Now, one of the things that we know about human history, or at least that I've experienced in human history, maybe it's just me, but obviously not. You know, because somebody back in the day came up with this proverb. Human beings often become comfortable with those things that they are around a whole lot. and they don't show a major thing that is very important in maintaining a relationship, right? Remember, in Gye-Nyame, we got 3 R's in a relationship. You got reciprocity, which is the last, so I'll say it last. You got respect, responsibility, reciprocity. All right? Now, when somebody is too close to you or something is too close to you, right? You become used to it. And a lot of times you overlook them. You overlook it. Like the saying goes, you never miss the water till the well runs dry, right? And a lot of us, we end up in these situations where we're overlooking something very important to us. A lot of us, we don't value the air, so we just, because we naturally breathe, we just think that we're doing it right, and we're overlooking the fact that our body needs a certain amount of air. And sometimes our body needs not to have no air in it, and we need to practice our breath. But because the air is all around us, we just take it for granted. Right now, we're able to take water for granted. That's gonna be changing. I'm just letting y'all know. That's gonna be changing, right? So we take a lot of things for granted, right? And the piece that you have to do, you have to be able to do is to start learning how to appreciate, first off, appreciate what you have, which is in a sense gratitude, practicing gratitude to those around you. But the average human being is not thinking about that. They're not thinking about gratitude, right? They're not thinking about appreciation. What they're thinking about What they're thinking about is, in a sense, basic survival. So they overlook those things that are very important to them, and they don't never miss them until they're gone. So when you attach yourself too closely to people, what starts to happen? Facebook just dropped off for a second. What starts to happen is they start treating you below your value. And another part, now the other end of that is sometimes some of us want to be appreciated by certain people so bad that we allow ourselves to be treated cheaply. We allow ourselves to be treated cheaply. We have the self-esteem of some of us is so low that it's okay for us to be treated cheaply. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to value me. I value myself. Listen, listen. There is no situation in which you should be or you should allow yourself to be undervalued. None. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, that shit is culturally inappropriate. Let me say that again. You allowing yourself to be treated cheaply, you allowing yourself to be undervalued is not culturally appropriate. That's not the African way. You know what I'm saying? We confuse humbleness with fuckery. You know what I'm saying? We confuse humbleness with um, being punked. We confuse that. No, humbleness just means I'm able to respect you. I'm able to respect the relationship. I'm able to respect. You know what I'm saying? If you have a higher rank or if you have a higher position, I'm able, I'm able to respect that. But but you cross the line and you try to take advantage of my humbleness, I have a responsibility to crush that shit. You have a responsibility to crush that. When people are cheating you, treating you cheaply, no, baby, go and find your way. You know what I'm saying? No, brother, find your way. If you attach yourself too closely to a human being, now another issue with that is this, family. Listen, the principle today is Ujima, which is cooperative economics. Yesterday was Ujima, which is collective work and responsibility. And we need a collective because as human beings, we need that social environment, right? Man, you need that social environment. You know what I'm saying? This is what allowed us to move up in the animal kingdom if you believe in evolution, right? But even if you don't believe in evolution, you know that it's us being able to practice Ujima that allowed us to move through the different levels of life. It's through the process of Ujima, collective work and responsibility, that we were able to master farming. It's through collective work and responsibility that we was able to master honey. It's through collective work and responsibility that we was able to master finances. Through collective work and responsibility, we were able to build monuments and to build homes. It was through collective work and responsibility that we were able to master the principle of the day, which is Ujima. We was able to take the resources that we were able to get from farming, hunting, building, you know what I'm saying, and parlay that into an empire. All right. Now, what does all that have to do with attach yourself to a human being? When you attach yourself to human beings, right? You know what I'm saying? When you attach yourself, right? Often you are looking for something that you lack within yourself. Now, if you are totally imbalanced in yourself, if you are unhealthy within yourself, if the five parts of your being are not working in harmony, what you will strive to do is, if you are missing your emotional part, you attach yourself to another human being to try to make up for what you're missing, which is hazardous to your health, which is hazardous to the relationship, which is hazardous to the collective. See, a lot of us come to the collective looking for shit, right? When in fact, we need to come to the collective to give shit. We're looking for the collective to provide us with what we're missing, right? And which causes us to develop an unhealthy relationship with the collective, or an unhealthy relationship with another individual. You know what I'm saying? Which, once again, gets us to attach ourselves in an unhealthy fashion and put us in a position where we can be treated cheaply. Family, all I'm saying is, listen, all I'm saying is value yourself. You know what I'm saying? Now, once you get this together, once we get this together, because I mean, and we all works in progress. Now, the one piece that a lot of us may not be able to admit is to admit our weaknesses, so that we can go and look at them and start working on them. You know what I'm saying? Because many of us, you know what I'm saying, we in relationships like this. I've attached myself to somebody. If you attach yourself too closely, and listen to the words, if you attach yourself too closely to a human being, too closely, you know what I'm saying? Some of us are in relationships where I can't do without the other person. Too closely, right? Let me let me clarify something for you, right? People tell me, brother Hatim, you know what I'm saying, the movement fucked you up. You don't know nothing about romance. And you know what? I don't. Because I'm not a fucking Roman. I'm just being honest with you. I'm I believe in Air France. You know what I'm saying? Air France. I'm African, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? At the core of me, I'm African. And we got to understand that the whole concept of love and the whole concept of relationship we are that we have focused on, that we are learning about right now, that most of us are practicing, is not culturally appropriate. What do I mean? Black folks, let me, story. Mama Malika. I pour libations to her every morning. Salute, Mama Malika. You know what I'm saying? Mama Malika told me a long time ago, because I was looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for love. Mama Malika told me one day, she said, Brother Hatem, I see you chasing that girl. Yeah, I love her. You know what, Brother Hatem? Love ain't shit. Never heard that before. What do you mean? Love ain't shit. You're marrying for a feeling. You need to marry for connections. See, in African tradition, we marry to bring families together. I mean, do you understand the difference? You know what I'm saying? Many of us are marrying for love. We're marrying for, in a lot of senses, we're marrying for selfish reasons. And since we're going into something that's not from our culture, and in actuality, the whole concept of romantic love is a new concept in the world anyway. I mean, a lot of people don't even understand this. We don't even know this. You know what I'm saying? But I got that shit from myth, right? This whole concept of romantic love is new, right? And it's reaping havoc in our community because motherfuckers is following their feelings rather than following the needs of the community. Oh, I love her. Oh, I love him. And I have to always think back to love ain't shit. I'm like, damn, Mama Liquor, you rough. And she started breaking down her relationships. Look, I married him because boom, 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 boom. He was able to do this, and this. And when he wasn't able to do that no more, right, and those people that know Mama Liquor, y'all know I'm not playing. You know what I'm saying? Don't keep your part of the bargain. She'll leave your ass. You understand what I'm saying? And you always got to respect somebody who know what they want. She never attached herself too closely. You know what I'm saying? So let's go. Let's look at that. Read it one more time. If you attach yourself too closely to a human being, he treats you cheaply. Family. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we need to be close, but we don't need to be that close, right? We need to be able to build proper and healthy relationships because, and like I said, in a relationship, you got those three R's: respect, responsibility, reciprocity. When you are in love, if those three things are not flowing, you know what I'm saying? It's something wrong with the relationship. It's something wrong with somebody in a relationship. Respect, responsibility, reciprocity. As long as those three things are going on, you'll never be treated cheaply. Why? Because if I respect you, I'm taking time to really look at you. I'm seeing you and I'm understanding who you are. I'm not trying to change you. I understand who you are. And if you want to change, I'm going to help. But I'm not trying, because I respect where you are. I see who you are. Responsibility. I take responsibility for the relationship. I take responsibility for what we are involved in. You know what I'm saying? If it's something that needs to be moved, I'm moving it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm doing what I can. I'm taking responsibility. I'm able to respond to the relationship. You understand what I'm saying? Married for selfish reasons and following your feelings, not the needs of the community. Love ain't shit. Mama Malika. You know what I'm saying? Then maybe that should have been a quote of the day. Love ain't shit. Break that down, brother Tim. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I want y'all to think about this and how love has been shot at us. And because we got all these different definitions about this love thing, we get all messed up. But back to the responsibility. I'm able to respond to the other person. I'm responding to the other person. I'm responding to the relationship. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking responsibility for it. You know what I'm saying? This is something that is valuable to me. How do you know what I'm saying? If I got those two, I'm cool. But the reciprocity is realizing that everything I put in a relationship, I'm gonna get back. So if I'm giving to the relationship is giving back to me, which prompts me to give back to the relationship, and the relationship gives back to me. And that, you know what I'm saying? There's a flow. There's a cycle going on within a relationship. Y'all see that? A lot of us, we don't have no reciprocity in our relationships. You do, you do, you do, you do, you do. Motherfucking, it's almost like, like I said, they start treating you cheaply. So, Brother Nubis says, I never really care all that much for people that are codependent as if it were for their very survival. And in many cases, Brother Nubis, it is for their very survival. And that's what's scary, right? Because we're not plugged into our culture and we're plugged into a foreign culture, right? We're plugged into it. A lot of concepts that we bring to relationships kind of irk some of us, even though we don't know why. You know what I'm saying? You kind of clingy. God damn. You ever been in one of those? God damn. You know what I'm saying? Or they look at you like a meal? Like, God damn. Wait, hold. You know what I'm saying? Can I take you home or something? You know what? What? You know what I'm saying? We get like that, and some of us have been like that. I'm guilty of that. I've been like that before because I thought that's what was expected. I thought that's what I was supposed to do. But then I started looking at our stories, and I started looking at, you know what I'm saying, looking at some of the history. You know what I'm saying? Like you hear John Henry Clark talk about marriage and how we used to deal with marriage. It wasn't about individuals falling in love and running off and shit. See, because we gotta think about this. This is what we teach our young people. It's about you, how you feel, and blah blah blah. But then what we leaving out is the most important piece. How does this benefit the collective? How does all right, cool. This is why you used to ask. This is why you used to ask who your mama. You know what I'm saying? Who your dad. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole piece is when two people come together, it's not just them coming together in our tradition. It was two families coming together. But that shit, it sounds good. It sounds good in a marriage, and usually it gets stuck in the speech at the marriage. It's not actually two families becoming one. It's two individuals becoming prisoners, broke prisoners. If you black in America, shit, you know what I'm saying? Prisoners. We confined to each other. Not enough money to really do shit. Every vacation we take, it seems too goddamn short. You know what I'm saying? Because we have kind of, you know what I'm saying? Actually, we in a relationship with our community and we cheated cheaply. Yes, but I was able to defeat and shut it down immediately. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you one of those rare Pisces, because usually, Pisces, we be going through it, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of those emotions, and a lot of times, if we don't learn to start seeing the realities, you know what I'm saying? If we don't get slapped in the face by life quick enough, we get trapped. You know what I'm saying? This is why, and then also, I think some of these holes in individuals, we ain't even think. Some of the holes in individuals, some of the incompleteness in the individuals, we fill it up with alcohols, and drugs, and other shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to patch up shit because it's like we don't know what's wrong. It's like, it's like we're living life without a map, and a culture provides a map for us, right? But the map that we are being given in these schools, the map we're being given by the TV shows, right? The map that we're exposed to is not good for us. It's not taking us to our promised land. It's taking us further and further into slavery. And each generation it get worse. Like, sometimes I have to look around my school and I be like, damn, some of these folks up in here just think they dark white people. This shit is incredible. The shit is incredible. They just think they dark white people. I don't understand. Right? All right. So, let's move on. I'm gonna do number one because I'm gonna say that second one for last. Knowledge becomes evil if the aim be not virtuous. Damn. I mean, where am I lightning at? Do I need to even say? Now the lightning is tripping on me. Oh man, it's like y'all. I got mythic animals and shit, and they just don't work. The phoenix fall asleep. The lion stutters. The explosion. Damn, I gotta give me some good help. It's very important to have the mindset of, say, a boycott from those undisputed movies as being a complete all-around person. Okay. Knowledge becomes evil if a man be not virtuous. My fault. If the aim be not virtuous. Mm. Knowledge becomes evil, right? What is knowledge? Collection of information, right? But when we collected information, what's the aim for it? Now, family, I want y'all to think about this. We got all this information, we got all this knowledge that we're being exposed to, right? Constantly. Now, the question is, why are you collecting all this information? Why are you getting all this knowledge? What's the aim, right? See, I'm thinking that not having an aim is as bad as being unvirtuous. You understand what I'm saying? Not having an aim can lead to unvirtuous. You know what I'm saying? Or not virtuous, or not being virtuous. Not having an aim. So knowledge becomes evil if the aim be not virtuous. So when we're gathering knowledge, we don't need to just be gathering knowledge for the sake of gathering knowledge. We got to place an aim on that shit, or we will be led to a point of being unvirtuous. We'll make unvirtuous decisions because we got too much information. You ever run into somebody that knows so goddamn much that they don't know nothing? Or they know so much that it's just like, these motherfuckers, I mean, everything they come up with is a scheme, and it's like, and it's leading in the wrong direction. I mean, these motherfuckers are intelligent. They got information that you wouldn't even believe, but you don't want to spend no time with them to even sit down and talk with them because you already know it's some type of scheme afoot. You know what I'm saying? They got information, they got knowledge without an aim. They got knowledge without direction. This is one of the reasons why when you enter the temple, you receive a master. This is why in any initiation process that you participate in, you need to have a master. You need to have somebody that's going to lead you through so that they can point to you and say, look, you need to get this information. Why do I need this information? Boom. Since you are not capable of giving yourself an aim right now, they give you an aim. As a matter of fact, one of the things that we are missing in a lot of our communities right now is where we got individuals taking young people and helping them get an aim. What we're telling them is you can be whatever you want to be. And I know I'm gonna get hate on this shit, right? You can be whatever you want to be. What's wrong with us giving our young people direction? So that when they go to college, they don't have to waste some of the time that a lot of us did um, stumbling through their majors. We give them an assignment, we give them an aim, so now they can have a reason to be gathering the knowledge. We help them find what they're naturally good at, and we help them find what they are more inclined towards. And we say, all right, you're going to be, and we give them an aim and we shoot them out. Isn't that how people used to come up in family? If you came up in the house of a cobbler, do you know that it was 98% of the 98% a possibility that you was gonna become a carpenter? If you came up in a household and this is why you got motherfuckers named carpenter and shoemaker and you know what I'm saying, and cobbler. You know what I'm saying? Look at some of the people's last names. People used to be named after the skill that they had, that they was achieving, that they was doing, right? So we used to take people and we used to give them an aim. So when they was gathering information, it was gathering information to be better at what it was they was doing. But now what we telling a young person is, oh, you have the possibility to be whatever you want. And we just go ahead, explore. They just gather knowledge. And it says, knowledge becomes evil if the aim be not virtuous. Now, how do we direct our young people away from fuckery? By giving them an aim. So when they collect the knowledge, they're able to move and use that knowledge to hit their target. How do you keep yourself out of foolishness? Right? You keep yourself out of foolishness by giving yourself an aim. Don't just be getting information for information's sake. This show right here keeps me out of a lot of fuckery. You know why? Because I'm listening, I'm gathering a lot of information from NPR, and I could be listening to that shit and getting depressed. You know what I'm saying? Because they be having, I mean, there's some fucked up shit in the world. But it's like, I got some shit to talk about. Brother Shaka is on the line. It says Shaka's on the line. It's waiting on Uber conference. What is going on here? Oh, I got dropped off. Shaka on the line, and I ain't even on the damn line. In many ways.
You are the first participant on the call. Please hold while we wait for the others to join.
Now, y'all heard that. I'm on the line. I don't know where Shaka at. Shaka, if you out there, call back in. In many ways, that is how it is still being practiced. Most specifically speaking, with families of doctors, firefighters, cops, and etc. Yeah, especially in those big cities. You know what I'm saying? There is a trade within families, right? And the question is, we got to ask in our community. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we just let motherfuckers go. Go ahead, work for them, do whatever you want. Shaka, the lines is open if you want to call in. All right, let's move to the last one. I'm gonna let y'all go. I need to get rest because tomorrow I got the rocket roll call, which means I'm gonna be on my feet yelling all day. I don't know what's going on. Shaka, where you at? All right. History. Check this out, Anubis. History is a pact between the dead, the living, and the yet unborn. Hot damn. Where am I lighting at? You better be on point, lightning, because we're gonna have a problem. We're gonna have some real problems. You know how hard it is to discipline lightning? I just want y'all to know. It is hard to discipline lightning. You know, first off, you gotta train it. Lightning and thunder, you got to train it. You know what I'm saying? It's sort of like training an explosion. You know what I'm saying? They're very, very hard-headed. They're very, very hard to grasp. You know what I'm saying? But you know, here at Gye-Nyame Journey, we do the impossible. Right? All right. History is a pact between the dead, the living, and the yet unborn. What is a pact? Saw those videos you uploaded earlier. Very nice. I don't know which ones you talking about.
This call is being recorded.
Oh, here we go. Someone's on the line. Let me see. Is it Shaka?
It's not.
What? Oh my God.
Am I too late?
No, because you know I was about to shut it down, but since you here, I know I'm about to have some argument.
What are we arguing about tonight?
Well, I'm on the last proverb, and this one is by a white guy by the name of Edmund Burke. At least I'm just assuming. History is a pact between the dead, the living, and the yet unborn. That's actually quite a nice statement. What do you think about that? History.
Can you repeat it one more time?
History is a pact between the dead, the living, and the yet unborn.
History is a pact.
No, a pact. P-A-C-T.
Between the dead.
A pact.
P-A what?
P-A-C-T. A pact.
Oh, I'm not sure.
A pact.
A pact.
A pact. A pact. You know what a pact is?
Yes, an agreement, a deal.
There you go. History is a pact between the dead, the living, and the yet unborn.
So it's almost as if saying that history is automatically repeats itself. Kind of.
I mean, you're gonna have to explain that one. I don't see that one. But hey,
Tell me what you see. So maybe
all right.
I'm off.
No,
I mean,
well, it ain't about
it's
being
most
wrong.
likely that I'm off.
No, it ain't about being wrong. I mean, because I wanted to see. I was trying to see it through your eyes because hell, if you can see that and you can help me see that, I like that. History is a pact between the dead, the living, and the yet unborn. History is a promise. Is a pledge between the dead, the living, and the yet unborn. So the dead had a promise with those of us that are or our ancestors have a connection with us, a promise with us. They did what they were supposed to do. They did what they were supposed to do. Now I have to do what I have to do so that I can make sure that my children will be able to have a life. You know what I'm saying? So, in a sense, history is a connection. History is the connecting thread that connects me to my past as well as to my future. Right? It's a thread that runs the three
Mm-hmm.
between, and all of us have to keep our pact in order for history to continue. So, if my generation don't do what they're supposed to be doing, there is no future. I broke the pact. The history for my group stops. You understand what I'm saying? If my ancestors didn't do what they were supposed to do, there would be no me or you.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? History is about us keeping a promise. Because a pact is a promise, it's a pledge. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like we have a strong responsibility that we have to carry out. And a lot of us may be out here living our lives as if we don't have this pact. We don't have this promise.
I get it now. I get what you're saying.
Now I want to get what you were saying about the because
So
go ahead.
okay, so what I'm thinking is, um, I remember when I came up, um, I remember coming up, and I can remember even my mother, this idea that there was nothing new under the sun, right?
Word.
There's nothing new under the sun. So when I think about like history, even with my kids and watching some of the dances that come back, the music, the clothing, right?
Right.
All of these things, it's just a cycle. It's just a cycle. So it's kind of like history is some things just repeat themselves. It's the same thing, nothing new under the sun.
Okay.
So the past, the present, and our future, we know are connected in some sense.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now you know we come from people that really, really believe. We first off with generational. Second off, we definitely believe in cycles. I mean, nature teaches you about
Mm-hmm.
cycles. Hell, we in the cycle right now. We that put the part of the cycle we in right now is winter, and like for example, last year I don't know if you probably didn't notice you didn't mind anyway because you don't like going camping with us, right? But we didn't go camping last year. Why? Because a pact was broke between the winter, spring, and summer because the winter didn't do what it was supposed to do. The ticks was running wild out there in them damn woods, and I wasn't taking the kids out there. You understand what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
when a pact is broken, shit starts messing up. So the summer wasn't the same for us this year because the pact of nature was broken. So the same thing goes on with us, far as the cycles. You call it the cycle of life. If we break the pact that we have, the pact that we have with the past, then we damage the relationship that our children will have. We damage the possibilities of our children by us not doing what we're supposed to do. Black
I
folks,
think of
go ahead.
I, I was just gonna say I think of uh, the destruction of a black civilization. when I'm thinking of, again, if we don't know where we've been, we have no way of knowing where we are. Again, we will think that some of these things that occur are new under the sun. I'll give you an example. The other day, I was speaking to a gentleman about schools and how, they got to the point where they are now, right?
Right.
But I was explaining to him, like certain schools, the fact now in certain districts, when you come in, you have to have an ID and you swipe your ID, right?
Wow.
And then this ID will print you off a badge, correct?
Okay.
So to young people, to some people, if they don't know, they will think that this is extreme, right?
Right.
But it is a result of something that has happened. And I was telling him that there was a book that I read, one of the best books I've ever read, in my eyes, one of my favorites, There Are No Children Here. And when I read that book, one thing that alarmed me was, this book took place in Chicago, where this journalist followed around these children, these two little boys, and he wrote, kind of their experiences. Well, in the book, he talked about these school, how somebody came into the school and like killed these kids, right? So when I read that, I'm like, wow, this book was written so many years ago. They were experiencing that then. But then again, it starts to make things make sense of why our schools kind of look the way they do, or what may have contributed to that. If we don't know where we've been, we don't have no way of knowing where we are. So it is a constant agreement or some type of connection between our past, our present, and our future.
Oh yeah.
Just always.
Always. And but Shaka on the line, so I know Shaka. What's going on, my friend?
Yo!
Oh my God.
What's going on?
Hey man, put that burger down and get up on the mic, man. What you doing, man? he just.
Yes, sir, everybody. How you doing?
How's
everybody?
Good.
Is that I don't want. Is that Sister Yavita?
No, that's Sister J. That's Lady J. That's
Lady J.
That's
Lady
the boss.
J. How you doing this evening?
I'm awesome. Thanks for asking.
Absolutely.
So he got these new burgers that he's been experimenting with. He done did about 3 shows on these damn burgers. He got a show called Come Eat With Me.
Burgers?
Yeah, he got this.
Hold on, time out.
This meatless
patty. Time out. So that you understand exactly what my strategy is. All right, I'm just now starting off fresh with this YouTube channel. So I learned through my research that reaction videos really stimulate a lot of subscribers. And right now, I'm on to something big. This burger meat is not meat at all, and it's not a soy product. It's called Beyond Meat, and it's made with all plant-based protein, right? Mm-hmm. So, man, I'm gonna tell you something. If you make a good burger at home, this is dynamite. Like, this ain't no burger, no Boca burger, soy, nothing, man. This is a delicious plant-based burger. And I finally got my son to eat vegetables. That's why I'm amped up about it. And you know what? Belief is what empowers everything. And if it's something that I truly believe in, you put it into a place to get monetized. Believe you me, you're gonna get some subscribers. And I'm just doing this for I'm taking one for the team, man. I'm promoting some product or service that's got out.
I do that all the time, bro. I'm not mad.
I like that. I got
a question for you.
And I don't eat beef. I haven't eaten beef in 13 years. And because of that, before I can make I made a mean burger. But I like burgers, but there's something I can't eat because I don't eat beef. I have tried turkey burgers, and I have tried it's not, and I tried the Boca burger, and I didn't like that aftermath. I wasn't a fan of that. So
y'all get off
here I am. I can't eat a burger. So I like to try that, Mr. Shaka.
Hey, Mr. Shaka,
Absolutely.
does the Beyond
Yes, sir.
does it bleed when you cook it? Cause I heard, is this the one
You know
that
what? I'm gonna tell you what.
is it red? Go
Can I tell
ahead.
you something? Yes, it does. You know why? Because they put beef juice extract in it so that it looks like real meat. And when you cook it, when you cook it all the way, it looks like a medium rare burger because the inside stays pink.
All right, but now you got me concerned. Hold on, you got me concerned. You said they put beef. How the hell you
No,
get
not beef. Beef.
oh beet? All right, brother. Cause I'm about to say, man, because you can't have no extract and call it beef extract and ain't no beef in it. All right.
Exactly, exactly. You know what? And when I looked at the package on the first night while I'm doing the little, this is funny. While I'm eating the burger and I'm showing y'all the ingredients on Facebook, I'm like, look at the ingredients. Ain't no meat in that. And I looked down and it looked like it said beef juice extract. I said, let me just pretend I didn't see that part.
Hey, Miss CeeLo asks where can she get the Beyond Beef? Where did you get it from?
Beyond Meat, yeah, Beyond Beef, Beyond Meat. The Beyond Burgers are at Whole Foods.
All right, I'm gonna get some tomorrow.
I'm imagining you'll be able to get them at Trader Joe's or any other place like that if Whole Foods have them. I don't know if you have a Fresh Time Market around your parts, but across the board, 2 of these patties cost $5.99.
2?
And 2, but let me tell you something. They're the equivalent to some half-pound burgers. So they don't get stingy like those Boca. Like if you stack
Hey,
2
man.
Boca burgers together, you'll have.
Hey, y'all better lay off. This the second time y'all done dog my Boca burgers. And if y'all keep it up. Just say one more thing bad about Boca, and we're gonna have some problems. All right? I take my Boca
Man,
burgers
listen.
back.
All I know is that soy make man titty.
Can we follow Morning? Is that the Morning Star? Can we just say Morning Star Burgers?
Morning Star and Boca
Is
is
that the
different.
same thing?
But they're both. Look, Morningstar and Boca are both soy products.
Did you hear what he said about
So
soy products?
that's the difference between. Listen. The Beyond Meat is non-GMO.
I ain't got no
It's
titty shocker.
non-soy.
You say I'm.
Oh man, hold on.
He said that. You said you don't have what?
He said soy give you man titties. I'm trying to make sure I ain't got no man titty shocker. Bro.
Let me ask you this: Have you been extra emotional lately?
I don't know what you talk about, man.
Wait a minute, but those can be like a range of emotions, right? So it could be not like sensitive. You could be like angry too, right?
Right.
Okay, I just was checking.
Yep.
Yeah.
So and it's gluten free. So I mean,
wait, hold
there's
on.
a couple of these.
Time out. You saying it's soy free, it's gluten free. What else? It's
Soy free, gluten free, and no GMO.
Damn, wait, time out. Then what in the hell is in this? I mean, there's nothing. I mean, what's left? No soy.
It's plant. Listen. It is made. Oh my goodness! It's plant-based burger patty. All right, so it's all best. Let me show you. Let me go through these. So we got water, pea, protein, isolate. I'm gonna get through all of these. We got some canola oil. You got refined coconut oil. You got cellulose from bamboo. All right, potato starch.
Nigga, you eating furniture. You
eating
furniture. That's furniture.
Man. Huh?
You eating furniture. That's what you eating. You eating furniture, man.
Man, you know what? Hey, this is the best love seat I've ever dug into this. I tell you that much. I tell you much.
I'm gonna go to the store and try something tomorrow. Dude. So now, how has your strategy been working? Has the reaction to the Beyond Meat, have you been getting subscribers?
You know what, Hatem? Honestly, I haven't put it through the proper channels yet. I did that. I've done those on Facebook throughout the course of the week, and now I'm on step two.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
still in phase one, but step two, and that is getting the video off of Facebook on to YouTube.
You know how to
So
do
that
that?
now my Facebook,
You know how to do that?
I'm gonna learn tonight.
Okay. I mean,
I'm gonna
because
learn tonight.
now you won't be able to do it off the cell phone on your computer. You go in, go to your videos, and then you click on the video, and you can download it, and then you can download it to your computer, and then upload it to YouTube. Or the other option is to film on YouTube and connect your YouTube page directly to your Facebook page, so that everybody that clicks on your link could go directly to the YouTube page. The only down part about that is that most people want to be able to watch the video right away. So with at least with Facebook, when they scan it down, they see you talking. You know what I'm saying? You lose people when you do that. But also connect it to your page, then also connect it to my page. You know what I'm saying? Put the links up on my page, and
Yeah.
then you know what I'm saying. We cross promote. Then we gotta do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You're a daily toaster, so it's my obligation to help you, like you've been helping me. Hey man, I still don't figure. I still ain't figured out how you ain't use my credit card
Man, I
to
paid
promote.
for it. Don't
I
worry about it.
I'm just saying, man. You know,
And
I got to ask
on the
because
first
I'm
day
looking.
they said 95 people checked it out. You looking at the stat?
I seen that shit, man. That's why I'm saying. I just, because I put you on as the editor, I want to make sure you ain't clicked the wrong damn button. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And, and then I go to the store to get some groceries for my kids. I'm going to buy the burger, and there's no money in my account because Shaka done promoted the shit out my videos using my money. You know how you black promoters
Well, you know
do.
what's gonna come.
I'm
You know what's gonna come around. How many subscribers are you away from the 1,000?
and which one? On
Because whichever one. We need 1,000 before we start monetizing. And I promise you,
what?
whatever. So if I just sent you 1,000, we got. It's
We
gonna come back
ain't,
around.
bro. We a long way from a
I got you
thousand.
the I got you the best promotional campaign. Hey, look, I got Chance the Rapper coming in on the commercial. All right, so we, yo,
Hey, but it is
so
what it is. But you want to hear the last proverb that we was just discussing? Because I don't.
yes, sir.
All right,
I was waiting on that part.
all right. Here we go. History is a pact between the dead, the living, and the yet unborn. You hear it?
Is that the end?
Is that what? That's the end.
That's the end of it.
Yeah, it's real short. History is a pact between the dead, the living, and the yet unborn.
Absolutely, man. I'm all over that. I'm about to listen. Listen, I'm about to change your mind about what you thought about it.
Let's see.
How about that?
Go ahead.
I'm about to use a Jedi mind trick on the Nation Builders show.
Well, I'm a
Right.
Sith. I'm a fan of the Sith
History
myself.
is a pact between the living, the dead, and the yet unborn. All right, now that was my bad. I was going straight into that was my Negan voice. All right, so here we go. What we got is a time continuum. History, tying together the past, the present, and the future. Here's the thing. As deliberate as I am in letting you know that time and space is man's dilemma. History. History isn't everything and everyone. Everything has ancestry. You with me so far?
Mm-hmm.
Everything has ancestry. The material that money is printed on, it has a sacred significance, even if we don't put our sacred vibration into it. The cotton has sacred properties all the way back to Egypt, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when we look at how we use or misuse materials or the world around us, well, we've made our mark. And through space and time, we have manipulated even the idea of time. So by the time we are no longer a part of this world, time and space will be irrelevant to whatever movement we represent, because we will be spirits anyway.
God.
And in the spiritual world, time and space does not exist. That's it. Thank you.
Hey man, hey, but you know what you actually did? You plugged it back.
Went in the whole full circle.
No, not only did you bring in the whole full circle, you connected it to the first one. Because the first one says knowledge becomes evil if the aim be not virtuous.
That was the Jedi mind trick. I was hoping you'd catch it.
Oh,
I wasn't even here for that one.
I'm the Sith, man. I can't get no damn Jedi.
I rewrote history about the proverb about history. Oh, we in a bad time. We are bad people. We can do that.
Okay.
That was some David Blaine stuff. For everybody that's saying that was David Blaine, I was channeling David Blaine. I apologize if I came in a little too hyped on the but I'm telling you, man, today I've been hyped up. Look, can I tell y'all something? Can I look? I woke up hyped up. You know why? Because my network here was having our first meeting of the year off of a 2-month hiatus. And this neighborhood connections meeting that we have, we invite everybody in Cleveland, and we prepare food for at least 100 people to come out. And every time we got a packed house. And then I come home to this because actually earlier today, Hatem, I think that was the best interview between you and I, because it tells everything about nation building that people that don't know need to know, right?
Did you share it on my timeline?
And I think I didn't do it yet. I need a PA so bad, because when I sit in front of that computer, sometimes I get distracted. Somebody hit me up. Oh, words are friends. I got words down here.
You listen. You don't even have to explain that, man.
You know what I mean?
It's hard as hell because so much shit popping up. Dame sent me some shit. Dame sent me something today that fucked me up.
And my son is like a meme. My son will pop up on me like in a worst time. Like I'll be right to like solving the world's problem. My son will be like, hey, and then I forget everything. I'll be like, what? And I'll be so mad. I'll be like, what? I get a drink out the refrigerator. Man, will you just go?
Dang,
you
I
did
thought
that without me. Yeah, but yeah. So I'm gonna get it together, Hatem. I'm a work in progress. I've never been very technologically inclined, and I've even caused myself to go back to school and learn some of this technology. Got certified in digital audio workstations so I can engineer my own stuff. Paid the money to get Pro Tools to the house, and I'm sitting staring in front of it like, how I plug this shit up?
Hey, I feel you.
So yeah, so it'd be like that. And so I'm about to make a purchase for the group. All right. And if anybody needs to for whatever reason or for whatever media you're creating, need this Filmora I'm going to go ahead and purchase the full package so that we don't have a watermark on our stuff. But yeah, we need some thumbnail pictures for to kind of unify our media that we post.
I can dig it.
So I'm just letting you know, Tim.
All right. So
all right,
we'll work on it because you'll be up here probably next week.
I have something.
Go ahead, Miss. Go ahead, Miss.
What you got, Lady J?
Listen, wait.
I just want to say this.
Hey, Lady J, did you see the magic trick that just happened like about 5 minutes ago before we,
What was the magic trick? I may have missed.
Okay, no, never mind. Just go ahead and say what you're going to say.
Right. So just a minute ago, I hear you very clearly, Tim, explain to him how he could get these videos up, right?
Right.
So, but then you said since he, you ain't mind giving that to him, but I'm thinking I would like you to do some tutorials on that and get that out because I so believe, I'm on this thing about propaganda. People don't like when I use the term, but
don't use that term.
It's most important that we understand the power of propaganda.
Yeah, I agree.
And that this is actually what has this whole.
Now, so good. Y'all seen that, right? Look, it won't even let me pick up.
Joining conference now.
Hello?
This conference is being recorded by the organizer.
Hello?
Whatever way. So I would like to see you.
Sister, hold on.
I would like to see you doing some screen recordings and walking people through this.
Hey. See, you were saying some good stuff. It was so good it knocked us off the line. You said that word. No, seriously. She said when that happens. When we start getting into the good conversations, you got knocked totally off. You didn't even know that my phone hung up. I had to call back in. But hey, I will do the.
I heard you, Lady J.
I will do a tutorial because the software I have for WeVideo will allow me to show my screen, and I'll do it. But I honestly would prefer to do it for a group in person that will really want to learn because this is why. Information is the new money, right? And I'm like I said, and I would love to show my circle first before I get out and start showing the whole world because I do have a circle now. I got people waking up early in the morning with me to get up and toast my ancestors. So that's my tribe. That's who I want to hook up first before I hook up anybody. Or maybe I might do a private video for them and then do it. But actually, the person that probably would be best to do all that for us right now might be Anubis. Because Anubis is really...
Hey, you know what? I'm glad
my
you said
fault.
that because I was thinking...
Hold on. Anything outside of a cell phone.
I was thinking that same... the software that I got for streaming that I downloaded from the YouTube suggestion list was called Wirecast. The version that I got is free. Actually, no, it's not. I paid $9.99 for it, and I'm able to use one scene in streaming. You know what scene is? It's like one camera setup, and I'm able to use the other two scenes, but not for cameras. I have a 4-camera setup here, so that means that I need to be able to switch between 4 different positions. But if I can do that on a piece of software, and my question is, what software would allow us to do that, to be able to set up multi-camera setup so that somebody like Anubis could sit over there. We shoot him all the stream keys. I'll shoot him mine from my camera or cameras, and you shoot him yours from your cameras. And both of us got 2 different angles that he's sitting there on the show, and he's able to navigate between them so that we're doing some live,
interactions,
flipping between the different angles. So we in Columbus, and where you at, and where Lady J is at, and we just doing it like that. I mean, because everybody got a stream key, and that's easier to access and have everybody go through this tutorial because, hey, only one of us needs to engineer.
Anubis, did you hear the question? Because let me tell you this. For I've been podcasting for, like I said, 8 to 10 years now, right? And I've been wondering how do I get on Apple? You know what I'm saying? The iPhone or whatever what's that? Um
Periscope.
Who? No, the I shit.
Periscope.
No, no, no. Uh, Wait, hold on. Anubis just answered, laughing out loud. Hey, man, I'm great with the cell phones. I just prefer not to abuse them all that much. It gives me a certain flexibility that most modern people do not have. Okay, all right, I hear you. Hey, but the iTunes, I haven't been able to get on iTunes. So this why it's important to have a tribe, right? So I don't know how many Anubis got on that. Maybe I was doing a show or maybe no, I was sitting in my car and I thought about it. I said, well, goddamn, I've been wanting to get on iTunes for a long time. And son just said, hey, ask, ask Anubis. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you got your tribe. So I asked Anubis. Anubis said, I haven't done it in a while, but I'll get back at you. He sent me a whole list of steps. Like I've been reading the steps on Spreaker, and that shit confused me. He simplified the steps for me and got me on iTunes in 15 minutes. And I'm saying that to say we have networks that, like you did a show just a couple of days ago, Shaka, called 6 Degrees of Separation. You know what I'm saying? We got what we need. All we have to do is know who to ask or know how to ask or know how to throw it out there. You understand what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? So, hey, that was an excellent question. I don't know if you heard his question, Anubis, but I don't even know nothing about the stream keys because when you called me about that one time, you had me totally lost. I just grabbed as many cameras as I can from these cell phones and these tablets, and I'm just trying to work it. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about buying a device that I could stream, could take one shot and stream to 2 or 3 or 4 platforms, but I don't think they had those yet.
So see, that's why I was telling you, Hatem, is that the Wirecast, the version that I have is only one camera operation, and that one costs $10. The one with the multi-camera joint costs $800.
What is it called?
Wirecast.
Now
there's a free thing. I think it's called OBS. Is the standard one that everybody kind of starts off with, and that's why when I said OBS and you was like, "What you talking about?" OBS. I didn't know where to go from there because I just thought that was the thing that you needed to be able to stream YouTube. So lo and behold, YouTube has a few of them. There's Twitch if you want to use it for live streaming video games. There's
why don't you use? Why you not using Google? Why you not using Hangouts?
You're right because I didn't know that was an option.
Right, but you got to know how to get in there. When you come, I'll show you how to get in there for free, man. You can do a lot of shit. See, a lot of people don't Hangouts. They acted like they canceled it out, but it's still there. And like Lady J says, man, it's like Lady J, I just want you to know we're building a multimedia piece here. You know what I'm saying? And it's like everybody has a piece of what we're doing. And we all are bouncing ideas off of each other. You know what I'm saying? Putting the proverbs and the stories and all that shit to work. You know what I'm saying? Now, family, I have the Rocket Roll call tomorrow. I have to go on and get some sleep because I am the host for the entire school. So I got for lack of better terms, I got 3 shows that I got to do. So I have to get rested. And it was a pleasure speaking with each and every last one of you. Those that can get up in the morning, I will see you at 5:15 so that we can do our toast. And I want to thank you and let each and every last one of you let each and every last one of you know that I appreciate you. You have my love. I wish you, as we say, I lift my glass to you, and wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. Anubis says you can make some money on Twitch. I have been suggesting hangouts. Remember, I know, but you can't. Can you do the hangout? Anubis been talking about it, but Anubis, when we was talking about the hangout, it was just me and you. Now we could go on and do it. We could do a nice little hangout. Actually, I was thinking about doing hangouts for the when we form the Ujima circle, so that we can make sure that people are keeping on task with their personal goals and shit. You understand what I'm saying? So maybe we'll set one of those up maybe in the next week or two. You know what I'm saying? And so we all can see each other. But yo, family, this is Brother High Tim. But you put something on there about Twitch. Is Twitch and Hangout the same or similar? You know what I'm saying? But I'll leave that out. I'll leave that question out. Family, I'm gone. Y'all take it easy.
Peace.
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 All right, Spreaker, we are out. All right, Facebook, we are out.